Preface. Welcome to Essentials of Pastoral Care, a comprehensive manual designed for Level 6 learners and those who wish to explore deeper into the field through further research. This book draws its inspiration from the rich tapestry of biblical teachings, emphasizing the core values of love, compassion, and service to others. At the heart of this text lies a principle profoundly articulated in the Christian tradition: Jesus Christ's response to the question of the greatest commandment. In Matthew 22 from verse 36 onwards, Jesus emphasizes the importance of loving God with all one's heart and loving one's neighbor as oneself. This profound directive also resonates with the Shema, a central tenet in Judaism, underscoring the book's interfaith sensitivity. The parable of the Good Samaritan, Luke 10 verse 25, further exemplifies the ethos of this book. Here, Jesus narrates the story of a man who, unlike others, did not ignore an injured stranger by the roadside. Instead, he took every necessary step to ensure the stranger's recovery, embodying the ideal of selfless care and concern for others. This narrative not only illustrates compassion but also action, a theme central to pastoral care. Echoing these teachings, the Apostle John in 1 John 4 verse 20, asserts that loving God is inextricably linked to loving our fellow human beings. It is this principle of interconnected love that forms the bedrock of pastoral care. Essentials of Pastoral Care is more than a manual, it is a guide intended to train caregivers in the art and heart of compassionate service. It aims to introduce caregivers to environments where their skills and compassion can bear the most fruit, enhancing the well-being of individuals and communities. Our ultimate goal is for this book to be a valuable tool not just for caregivers but for the wider community, enriching and deepening the practice of caring for one another, especially in times of need. May this book bless and guide you in your journey to becoming a compassionate and effective caregiver. Essentials of Pastoral Care is one of the Hosanna Resource Center. Introduction to Essentials of Pastoral Care. This book aims to equip its readers with the knowledge, skills, and spiritual insight necessary for effective pastoral care in various contexts. It serves as a bridge between the theoretical foundations of pastoral care and the practical realities of ministering to individuals across different stages of life and in diverse circumstances. At its core, pastoral care is the art and science of providing spiritual, emotional, and sometimes physical support to individuals in need. Rooted in religious traditions, it has evolved over centuries to encompass a broad range of practices that respond to human suffering with compassion, understanding, and hope. This book draws on these rich traditions, integrating them with contemporary insights from psychology, sociology, and theology. The scope of pastoral care is vast, ranging from comforting the bereaved to guiding individuals through spiritual crises, and from offering moral and ethical guidance to providing support in times of joy and celebration. Essentials of Pastoral Care explores these areas with a focus on practical application, preparing caregivers to meet the varied needs of those they serve. The book is organized into comprehensive chapters, each focusing on a specific aspect of pastoral care. The first chapter, Historical and Biblical Roots, explores the origins and development of pastoral care, tracing its roots from ancient religious traditions to contemporary practices. It highlights key biblical teachings and historical figures that have shaped the understanding and practice of pastoral care. The second chapter, The Role of the Chaplain, delve into the specific role of chaplains in different settings, such as hospitals, military, educational institutions, and community organizations. The chapter discusses the unique challenges and opportunities in each context. The third chapter, Ministering to the Physically Ill, focuses on the pastoral care of those dealing with physical illness. It discusses how to provide comfort and spiritual support to patients and their families, addressing issues such as chronic illness, terminal diseases, and healthcare ethics. The fourth chapter, Emotional and Relational Challenges, shifts to address mental health, emotional crises, and relational conflicts. The chapter covers strategies for pastoral counseling, conflict resolution, and providing support in times of psychological distress. Chapter 5, Crisis Ministry, explores the role of pastoral caregivers in crisis situations, including natural disasters, community tragedies, and personal crises. It provides guidelines for offering immediate and long-term support. The Chapter 6, Ministry to the Dying, is devoted to end-of-life care, discussing how to assist those nearing death and their families. It covers topics such as hospice care, grief counseling, and funeral rites. The Chapter 7, Bereavement Ministry, focuses on the aftermath of loss. This chapter discusses how to provide ongoing support to the bereaved, addressing the stages of grief and the healing process. Chapter 8, Hospital Chaplaincy, delves into the specialized role of chaplains in healthcare settings, discussing how to collaborate with medical professionals and address the spiritual and ethical dimensions of healthcare. Chapter 9, Military Chaplaincy, deals with the unique challenges faced by military chaplains are explored, including issues related to war, ethics, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Chapter 10, Hospice Ministry and Chaplaincy, focuses on the philosophy and practice of hospice care, emphasizing the spiritual care of patients in palliative and end-of-life situations. Chapter 11, Pastoral Self-Care and Boundaries, emphasizes the importance of self-care and setting healthy boundaries to prevent burnout and compassion fatigue. And the final chapter, Integration and Application, provides guidelines for applying the principles and skills learned in real-world settings. It includes role-playing scenarios, case studies, and strategies for transitioning from theory to practice. Essentials of Pastoral Care is more than just a textbook, it is a journey into the heart of caring for others. It offers a blend of wisdom from past traditions and insights from contemporary practice, providing a well-rounded perspective on how to be an effective pastoral caregiver. Whether you are a seasoned chaplain, a minister in a local church, a volunteer in a community organization, or someone exploring a calling to pastoral care, this book is an invaluable resource. It invites you to deepen your understanding of what it means to care for others and equips you to do so with skill, compassion, and grace.